Hey beautiful friend, welcome back to the mat. In today's yoga flow, I'm going to encourage you to move like you without any judgment. Okay, our body is going to feel different day to day, and quite often we can get caught up and start thinking like, oh, I wish I could do this, or I wish I could do that. I want you to focus on the things that you are doing, focus on what you can control, not on the things that you can't, and just be really open to how your body wants to move today. Okay, so we're releasing any attachment or any expectations on what we expect this yoga flow to be like. And if you notice any feelings of frustration coming up, I want you to sit and be the observer, okay? So instead of judging yourself if something doesn't feel right, maybe think about, oh, why am I feeling like this? How can I move through this? Take a big deep breath in and exhale out that energy that you don't necessarily need, and start to focus on appreciating your body for what it can do rather than for what it can't. So as always, we're going to come to the end of the mat and we are going to come into a beautiful forward fold. I love starting off a class like this. So just hinge, you get the hips rolling all the way down, and when you get there, I just want your arms to lengthen as long as they can down towards the mat. Now, just beginning to nod the chin towards the chest, a little yes, can release through the upper neck, and then coming to stillness, maybe a little shake of the head no, reaching out through those shoulders. Beautiful work. Begin to walk your hands forward, and we're going to come into our nice high plank position. So hands underneath the shoulders, shifting forward and creating that really nice strong plank position. From here, all we're going to do is begin to lower the knees to the mat, but I don't want them to hang out at the bottom, okay? Just a little kiss and then straight back into your high plank. So this is just warming up through the shoulders, through the core, and keeping your eye gaze down to the floor so that we keep that neck nice and long. So as you lower the knees down, you might begin to feel the abs switch on, maybe the quads. Just notice what's going on within the body here. Begin to build a little bit of fire, a little bit of spice. All things nice. All right, let's do two more. Engage the quads as you lift, lower the knees down. One more engagement. This time I want you to lower the knees all the way down and just shuffle them in underneath the hips for a beautiful little cat-cow that we're going to go through. So just mobilizing through the spine, take a big inhale, open up those collarbones, look forward, stretch through the belly, perfect. Then let's tuck that tailbone under, press through your hands and tuck the chin in towards the chest. When you get there, see if you can press into the floor a little bit harder, and then reverse that. So when we say move like you know, you don't have to follow me in what moves feel, exactly what my moves are doing. Sometimes you may just want to, like what I'm doing, shuffling my hips from side to side, loosening things up, finding maybe a rolling cat-cow, you know, just move how the body feels. It doesn't have to look perfect. And that's one thing that we can easily get caught up on, is wanting everything to look a certain way rather than feel a certain way. Yoga is actually a very felt experience. Nice. Coming all the way back into your 4-point kneel here, we're going to move into a child's pose. So I want you to take your knees nice and wide and then send your butt back towards your heels, and then creep those arms really nice and forward. When you get as far forward as you can, I want you to grip all 10 of your little fingers onto the mat and take a big inhale breath. Fill up the back of the body with a nice big deep breath in, and as you expand it, maybe notice the stretch. Good. Keep gripping those fingers to the mat, creep them a little bit more forward if you can, and then on your exhale, sink your butt even deeper towards the heels, keeping your elbows lifted. Let's do that again. Big deep breath in. Good. Exhale, find the stretch. So nice. Good. One more round. Big breath in. Big, slow exhale out. Nice. And then come forward into your 4-point kneel again. We're going to make our way into our first downward facing dog. So let's just tuck those little toes, lift the knees and pike the hips all the way up towards the sky, sending your bum into the air. That's it. Making any little adjustments for what feels good. Now, just like with our little knee kisses that we gave them that before, we're actually going to go into a rolling plank. So I want you to roll forward, find your high plank, engage the quads, engage the glutes. Let's bend the knees. Begin to bend the knees down to the mat. Then I want you to push through your hands, come all the way back, then straighten through the backs of the legs, downward facing dog. Really similar motion to what we did before. Roll it forward, shoulders over those wrists, brace the middle, bend the knees, slowly make your way back into downward facing dog. Feels pretty nice to lengthen out the legs this way. Let's go for one more time through. High plank, bend the knees, get them nice and close to the mat, shift your body backwards, and then lengthen all the way through the backs of the legs. Beautiful work. Now from here, what I want you to do is begin to walk your feet forward, bending those knees as much as you like. We're going to make our way to the top of the mat and end up in that really nice juicy forward fold. Might feel different to how we started, and hopefully it does. Maybe you found a little bit more space, a little bit more length. Good work. Let's take a little halfway lift and drag those hands up the legs. And once you get halfway, pull those shoulders down the back. Really nice. Bend those knees, root to rise, reaching the arms all the way up and overhead, and then bring them to prayer and drag them down the middle. We're going to go through a few little sun salutations. So exhale as you forward fold, bending at the hips. Nice. Let those hands find the mat. Jump, step or hop back into your high plank. Now you can connect your knees to the mat here if you like, or we're going to go through our chaturanga, bending those elbows, hugging them tightly to the body. Then inhale into your upward facing dog. Really nice. Broaden and open those collarbones. Good. Tuck the toes, roll them over, and then come into your downward facing dog. Look forward, step, hop or jump to the top of your mat. Good. Take a little halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, root to rise, sweep the arms all the way up. Let them touch at the top, and then we go through round 2, folding forward. Exhale. Really nice. Hands find your mat. Step, hop or jump back into your high plank, your version. Remember, move like you. Lower down halfway. Inhale as you make your way to that upward facing dog position. Gorgeous. Pike your hips to the sky. Pull that belly button in. Downward facing dog is where we meet. Good. Looking forward. Step, hop or jump. Top of the mat. Halfway lift. Flat back. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Bend those knees, sweep the arms all the way up. We've got one more time through. Let's drag it down through heart center. Awesome. Hands find the mat. High plank. You got it. Lower down. Your version. Inhale to upward facing. Exhale to downward facing dog is where we meet. We're going to hang out here for just a little bit, team. So press those hands into the mat. I want you to lift your heels all the way up. Take a big deep breath in as you pull that belly button in towards your spine. And exhale, lower the heels down. Good, we're going to do that again. Inhale. Exhale. No expectations. Heels do not have to hit the floor. We're going to go again. Rise up into the balls of the feet. Lower it down. Chest to thighs. You got it. Nice work. Can you lift your right leg all the way up? Good. Let's tiger curl and bring that knee towards the nose. We're going to step it on through. Good. Now we're in that low lunge. Hug the inner thighs together so that we can get a really nice anchoring is what I'm going to call it. And then we're going to come into our high crescent lunge. So begin to lift the arms off the floor and then slowly sweep the arms all the way up and overhead. Really nice. We're going to find a gentle back bend here. I want you to lower your back knee down to the mat. Let it find the earth. And then I want you to wing the arms open. Open up your chest. Make it proud. Find a good stretch opening through your hip flexor. Really good. We're going to come all the way back up. Dig through that front foot. Come all the way up. Keep a bend in that front knee. We're going to do that again. Lower down. Let the back knee rest. Open up the chest. Gorgeous. Inhale, come all the way up. One more time again. You got it. Lower it down. Open up the chest. Really nice. We're going to make our way into half monkey from this position. So I do want you to straighten through your front leg. Untuck your back toe. Send your bum back towards the heel. Good. Lengthen right through the back of that hamstring. Just beautiful. Inhale, open up collarbones. Exhale, half monkey. Oh, my hamstrings are tight today, my friend. Nice one. Let's walk the hand forward and frame that front foot. tuck the back toe, engage through your back quad, find that lift. Lift through the upper belly, you got it. Hands are still gonna find the mat, but we're pretty active. Press your fingers into the mat. I want you to lift the hips up so that you can step that front foot back into your high plank. Let's go through your version of a flow. So high to low plank, inhale to your upward facing, exhale into your downward facing dog. Oh, it feels nice on that side. Let's do that on the other side. Lifting your left leg all the way up, beautiful. Let's bend the knee, tiger curl, lift those hips up so you can place that foot in between the hands. Really good. Find that anchoring of the feet, long spine. Can you sweep your arms all the way up? Low crescent lunge to high. Great. Feel the opening on the other side. Should get a really beautiful stretch down your hip flexor there. All right, let's drop the back knee down. Open up through that chest. Really press through the hips. Find your gentle back bend. Nice. Dig those feet into the floor. Come all the way up. Front knee is still bent. Lower back down. Good. Find a bit of smooth movement through this. Doesn't have to be a pause at the end of each movement. We're going to start to move a little bit like we're working through quicksand or honey. We got one more. Drop her back knee down. Open up. Perfect. Sweep the arms all the way up. Good. We're going to come back down because I forgot our half monkey on this side. So I want you to come all the way down, untuck the toe, and then send those hips all the way back. Doesn't matter what class I do, I always forget one move. Good. Find a nice little inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold it forward. Nice one. Walk those hands forward, frame your front foot, tuck the back toes, engage the quad, lift it up. Good. Find pressure through those hands, a little lift through the hips, and then when you're ready, if you can without scraping your foot, step it all the way back, high plank. Let's lower down your version of your flow, whatever that looks like. Good, I got a smile to my face, because how human of me to forget. All right, let's go again, back to the original side. Lift that leg all the way up, really nice. Knee to nose, step it on through the hands. This time, let's sweep the arms all the way up. We're gonna go for those 3 lunges, as well as opening up through that upper body. We come down, welcome the wobbles in. Inhale to lift, good. 2, ooh, feel that. This time on 3, we stay at the bottom. There's a 3. Untuck your back toe, half monkey. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep it forward. Find that stretch, a little bit of a change up. Good, let's go half monkey. Nice. Inhale, sweep it up. You got it. One more half monkey for this side. Perfect. Walk the hands forward, frame that front foot, step up. Good. High plank. Let's go. Through the flow, down to upward facing, over to downward facing dog. We love it. Alrighty, let's lift that opposite side all the way up. Nice. Knee to nose, step it on through. Find that high crescent lunge, sweeping it up. 3 little taps of the knee to the floor, and we're going to hold on the 3rd. 1, 2, I love it. 3, hold it down this time, perfect. Half monkey, nice. Sweep it forward, open those hips, sink into it, good. 2, oh, the stretch to the back of the leg is so nice. Last one, 3, perfect. Come all the way up. This time, hands to floor, frame the foot, step back, high to low. Awesome. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Perfect. Walk your hands back towards your feet this time and find your forward fold. Delicious. There we go. Take a little halfway lift. Nice. And then an exhale, forward fold. So good. Halfway lift again. Forward fold. One more time. Halfway lift, inhale. Feel the length down the backs of the legs increase. Exhale, forward fold. Nice work. Now we're going to come into our little yogi squat here. So what I want is for you to heel toe your feet far apart so they're wider than your hips. I'm just going to readjust my mat. There we go. So heel to those feet so they are wide, as wide as the mat. And then we're going to slowly begin to bend the knees and sink down into that yogi squat. Place your elbows in between the knees. There we go. And sink it down, beginning to press your elbows into your knees. Good. See if you can lift the chest and really push your hands into the knees, right? So this is a little bit uncomfortable. It is one of those positions that we don't like to hang out too long. We're starting to get stories in our head, right? Oh, I can't do this, it hurts, I want to get out of this position. Just notice the thoughts. Welcome them in. You're human. Watch them come and watch them go. We store a lot of emotions in the hips, so it can be really nice to stretch out places where we might hold on to things that no longer serve us. Good. Take a little lift of the bum. Inhale. Exhale, sink it back down. See how you go. Beautiful. Press the elbows into the knees. You got it. And again, lift and lower. Gonna do it one more time. Be okay with the pressure that's building. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna release it. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink. Nice one. Gently grab hold of your toes. Lengthen through the backs of your legs. Feel the release through your quads. So good. Let's heel toe those feet back together. Find that nice little halfway lift. This time, bend the knees, root to rise. Come all the way up. Beautiful. Alrighty, so we're gonna make the feet nice and wide. We're gonna come into a little bit of a forward fold position. So just take your feet as wide as you possibly can. We're gonna hinge at the hip. So begin to fold down. Snap, crackle, pop, go my hips. All very normal. Once you get there, I really want you to release and relax into it. Just let the neck and head fold forward, hang out. Really nice. Begin to walk your hands over towards one side and just find the stretch through one side of the body. Notice how that feels. Don't put any pressure on yourself to go too far. It doesn't matter what it looks like, remember? It matters what it feels like. Good, take an inhale breath. Exhale, release it out. Good. Walk the hands back through center and then across to the other side. This side for me feels a little bit stickier. I can't get as far. I'm totally okay with that. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale back to center. Nice work. Now can you grab onto your legs wherever you feel most comfortable with? So that could be just behind the calves, it could be the ankles, it could be the outer blades of the feet. Good. Notice what that feels like. Let the head hang nice and low. Good. Just releasing through those legs. Take a big deep breath in and a big deep breath out. Good work. Can you walk your hands back to the original side, so the first side that we went to? We're slowly going to turn our feet to face that direction as well. So we're going to work our way into a nice little lizard lunge. I want you to drop your back knee down and your hands are to the inside of that foot, okay? So you can stay here and just press and open up through those hips. Remember, that's what we were doing when we were doing our lunges before. We were opening up through the chest. I want you to find a similar position. Hands inside of the foot, okay? Now, if you want to, and if it's there for you, you can come down to your forearms. Remember, we don't want to force anything. It is all about working with the range that your body is telling you that you've got today. Now, if you like, you can drop your knee out to the side and roll onto the outer blade of your foot. And then try and keep a really nice long spine. It might feel nice to close down the eyes. And remember, it's okay to be up here and feel the stretch. Absolutely fine. We're working with what the body is telling us. Okay, good. Try not to create any stories. Be okay with what's going on. Notice the thoughts, observe them, and they'll pass. Take an inhale breath, coming up onto the hands, open up through the chest, and then exhale. Let's just tuck that back toe, lift up the quad and make the front foot flat on the mat. We're slowly going to walk the hands back through center. A little pause, in our little splits pose here. Good. Let's walk the hands to the opposite end of the mat, turning the feet. Good. And then slowly dropping that back knee down, stretching through the other side. You may need to heel toe that foot out to the side. And then when we get there, sink those hips. Maybe lift the chest, feel the stretch through the inner thighs. Great work. We're going to come down onto the forearms. Nice. And then even winging that leg out to the side if you need. So when I say winging it out to the side, we end up rolling onto that outer blade of the foot. The big toe is lifted and I can see the bottom sole of my foot. Again, just an option. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Good. Take an inhale breath. I'm a little bit tighter on this side, so I'm going to come up. See, it's okay to change positions depending on what your body is feeling like. Changes day by day. Inhale, open those collarbones. Exhale, sink into it. Slowly make your way up. Tuck that back toe. Walk your hands back into that nice little splits pose. Good. Slowly come halfway up. Place one hand on your hip, then the other, and then come all the way back up to the top. Good. Heel toe those feet all the way in. Really good. You should feel pretty open through those hips. We're going to make our way down onto the floor. So just make your way to the top of the mat. Lift those heels, tuck the toes, and then slowly make your way down. I think I said lift the heels, tuck the toes. I meant lift the heels, squat down. Human. Alrighty, so let's make our way onto our backs. Beautiful. Slowly C-curve through the spine and make your way all the way down to the floor. So to continue with our hip opening theme here, we are going to come into a few bridges. We're going to start really gently by just making our way into a glute bridge. So pressing your big toe into the floor, your legs and feet are about hip distance apart. You're going to lift the hips all the way up, opening up through the front part of the body here. And then if you like, you can keep your hands pressing into the mat. Or if you want a little extra, you can roll the shoulders underneath you, open up through the chest, press through the forearms, and find a really deep opening through the front body here. Good. I've got a very strong squeeze on my glutes. I want you to drive through your heels, lift those hips up a little higher. Beautiful. Can you make any adjustments? See how they feel. Good. Eyes are closing down. Good. Big breath in. Stay for the exhale and make any adjustments that you need. Slowly, slowly take those shoulders out from underneath you if they're there. And one vertebrae at a time, roll your spine back down onto the mat. So good. Let the spine adjust with a little rock of the knees from side to side. And then begin to lengthen your legs along the mat. Beautiful. Final posture of the class, our Shavasana. Take up as much real estate as you can. Turn the palms face up into the receiving position. And naturally let your fingers curl in. Feet fall out to the side. Begin to notice the energy that you have created and cultivated throughout the body. Notice the things that you've let go of. And just really start to feel that nice vibration, that buzz of moving to breath and non-judgment. When we stop judging ourselves, we tend to stop judging others, and that promotes a positive energy exchange. You don't stand to gain anything by being judgmental of yourself or another situation. And rather, we cultivate feelings of love for ourselves and for others when we stop judging and just start seeing things for exactly as they are. Tap into how you're feeling, sense of gratitude, sense of openness. Begin to deepen your breath. Big, deep belly breath. Fill up the belly. Release the air slowly, slowly out of your mouth. Let's do another breath just like that. Big deep belly breath, filling all the way up. Slow release, no need to rush. One more time. And slow release. Keeping your eyes closed down, I want you to make your way into your comfortable seat. Coming all the way out. No rush, no nothing. Sitting with your legs crossed. Palms face up into that receiving position. Begin to grow really tall through your spine. Feel the openness that you've created, ready to receive all of the good vibes and good energy from whatever is going to cross your path today. Feel anchored down through your sit bones. Start to feel a sense of gratitude. Breathe that in through the nose. Cleansing breath out through the mouth, relaxing the shoulders, the brow. Bring your hands to heart center in prayer position. Thumb tips to the third eye, bow your head in gratitude for yourself, the practice, and the mat. Take this feeling with you for the rest of the day, the rest of your week. And remember that just by making it to the mat, you've done yourself a service. You have cultivated some positive energy, and focus on how it feels, not on how it looks, because you are meant to look like you, feel like you, and that is going to look completely different and feel completely different to everyone else. So take that feeling with you, my friend, and I look forward to seeing you on the mat again very, very soon.